Have you ever found yourself trapped in the monotony of life, yearning for change or a touch of excitement? Perhaps you've battled with the lengths you'd go to protect your loved ones, or grappled with the moral costs of your actions. Maybe you've desired success, but wondered about the path you'd take to achieve it. Our lives are a beautiful but complex web of emotions and decisions, mirroring the many faces we wear. This engaging exploration dives deep into these aspects of human experience, using an iconic TV character's transformation as a reference. Stay tuned as we journey through this thrilling psychological maze, shedding light on your own choices and actions, inspiring introspection, and sparking a newfound understanding of your potential. Remember, there's something here for everyone, because at the end of the day, aren't we all just wearing different faces? Let's delve into our first strength, Walter White, the chemistry teacher. This is where our journey begins, in the heart of an ordinary man living a life that many of us can relate to. Walter White, a diligent, committed, underappreciated high school chemistry teacher, is the perfect representation of individuals who, despite possessing extraordinary skills, find themselves leading lives that are far less than their potential. Walter exemplifies underdogs, those who have great talents but remain overlooked, often making sacrifices for the sake of others. He's the embodiment of silent resilience. We see him grappling with the struggles of low pay, lack of recognition, a second job at a car wash, all while keeping a brave face, teaching the next generation the essence of chemistry. However, this persona isn't merely about the challenges he faces, it's also about the strength he exhibits. Walter's knowledge and love for chemistry are profound. The way he simplifies complex concepts for his students, the passion in his eyes when he talks about chemical reactions, it all sheds light on his remarkable intelligence. His expertise in his subject matter represents the knowledge and skills each one of us possesses. We all have our strengths, our passions that we excel in, just like Walter and his chemistry. On a deeper level, Walter, the chemistry teacher, is a metaphor for transformation. Chemistry, after all, is about changing and creating new substances, and that's exactly what Walter's life is all about: change. He is a reminder that no matter how common and uneventful our lives may seem, we all have the potential for transformation. We are all capable of change, whether it's for better or for worse. One of the most significant components of Walter's character is his humanistic nature. Before the emergence of Heisenberg, Walter is a loving husband, a caring father, a good friend, a man with a moral compass. He is empathetic, kind, and sensitive, displaying traits that emphasize the power of humanity. This serves as a reminder to all of us to value the essence of being compassionate and kind-hearted, irrespective of the circumstances we're in. His diagnosis of lung cancer, however, becomes a turning point in his life. It compels him to confront his mortality and realize the futility of his struggles. This is where we learn the importance of resilience in the face of life's greatest adversities. Walter's initial response to this devastating news is a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure and persevere. In conclusion, Walter White, the chemistry teacher, is a mirror to our daily lives. He embodies the everyday man or woman who, despite their talents, struggle with life's monotony and underachievement. He represents the resilience we display in the face of adversity and the kindness and empathy we show towards others. Walter's life, in its most basic state, is our life too. He stands testament to the fact that every individual has the potential for change, underscoring the transformative power lying dormant within each one of us. Continuing from our previous discussion, we now delve deeper into one of the most intriguing yet controversial facets, the transformation of Walter White into Heisenberg, the drug lord. It is here we witness a desperate man, cornered by circumstances, evolve into a formidable entity. This metamorphosis is not merely about Walter turning into a criminal. Rather, it is an exploration of human resilience and adaptability when faced with extreme desperation. The emergence of Heisenberg, the drug lord, is a testament to Walter's uncanny ability to adapt to an incredibly hostile environment. Survival instincts kick in, and he quickly learns the ways of the underworld, applying his scientific prowess to manufacture an unparalleled product. Does this justify his actions? No, it doesn't. Yet, it illustrates the extremes a person can go to when pushed against the wall. Heisenberg represents each one of us in our darkest, most desperate moments. He is the embodiment of our will to survive, to fight back when there are no apparent options left. He is the manifestation of the bold, fearless, and ruthless persona that takes shape when our existence is threatened. While we may not approve of his ways, his resilience strikes a chord with us. It reminds us of our potential to adapt and survive in the face of adversity. The transformation of Walter into Heisenberg also forces us to question our moral compass. How far would we go to save ourselves or our loved ones? What lines would we cross in our quest for survival? While we like to believe we'd always choose the righteous path, Heisenberg's journey makes us ponder the gray areas of morality. Although Heisenberg's emergence is marked by illegal activities and violence, it also signifies audacious decision-making. Walter White, the humble chemistry teacher, wouldn't have dared to step out of his comfort zone, let alone challenge the criminal underworld. But as Heisenberg, he takes risks, makes tough calls, and maneuvers his way through a dangerous landscape, outsmarting his rivals at every turn. It's a stark reminder of our capacity to make bold choices when circumstances demand. In the face of adversity, Heisenberg also exhibits impeccable problem-solving skills. He often finds himself in seemingly insurmountable situations, yet he always manages to devise a way out. He may be a drug lord, but his ingenuity, resourcefulness, and determination are attributes we all aspire to possess in our professional and personal lives. In a nutshell, Heisenberg, the drug lord, is a complex study of human psychology under extreme conditions. He is a reflection of our dormant desires, our hidden capabilities, and our potential for resilience. His journey, albeit controversial, is a stark reminder of the power of adaptability, the audacity of decision-making, and the strength of the human spirit. As we navigate through our lives, amid trials and tribulations, let's remember our innate resilience, our ability to adapt, and our potential to brave the odds, just as Walter did when he transformed into Heisenberg. At the end of the day, we all have a Heisenberg within us, waiting to emerge in the face of adversity. Continuing from our earlier discussion, let's delve deeper into a unique aspect of our persona, which is often dictated by our circumstances, especially those involving our families. This facet of our identity is beautifully illustrated through the character of Walter White as a family man. Walter's journey is not just about his transformation from a high school chemistry teacher to a feared drug lord. At its core, it's about a man who goes to extraordinary lengths to ensure the security and well-being of his family. This aspect is a reflection of the instinctive drive within each of us to protect and provide for our loved ones. Walter's initial decision to enter the methamphetamine production business is rooted in his desire to secure his family's financial future. The realization of his mortality due to cancer diagnosis triggers a fear in him, a fear of leaving his family destitute. This fear, combined with his innate sense of responsibility, forms a powerful motivation that drives him to use his expertise in chemistry not for education, but for an illegal and dangerous venture. In Walter, we see a mirror held up to our deepest fears and desires. His struggle serves as a stark reminder of the psychological complexities of being a provider. The instinct to protect our loved ones often blurs the lines between right and wrong, challenging our moral boundaries. Walter's actions, while extreme, stem from a place of love and desperation. His choices may not be morally justified, but they are psychologically understandable. Furthermore, Walter's dedication to his family is not just limited to financial security. He attempts, as much as possible, to maintain a semblance of normalcy in their everyday lives. He keeps his dangerous double life hidden from his family, shielding them from the harsh realities of his choices. He is always careful to keep Heisenberg away from his home, highlighting his effort to compartmentalize his life. Yet, as the series progresses, we see the toll his choices take on his family. His wife, Skylar, becomes alienated, and his son, Walt Jr., confused and hurt. Despite his best efforts, Walter's two worlds collide, creating a storm that threatens to destroy everything he holds dear. The struggle of Walter White, the family man, offers a compelling exploration of the human psyche. It serves as a reminder for us to examine our choices, our motivations, and the lengths we would go for the ones we love. It forces us to question if the end justifies the means and encourages us to empathize with the gray areas of human decision-making. In conclusion, Walter White's journey as a family man is not just about his transformation into Heisenberg. It's about understanding the complex dynamics of love, fear, responsibility, and sacrifice. It's about realizing that sometimes our greatest strengths can lead to our deepest conflicts. As we navigate through our own journeys, Walter's struggle encourages us to reflect on our actions, examine our motivations, and understand the profound impact they can have on those we hold dear. Continuing from where we left off, let's delve into perhaps one of the most chilling aspects of our character's metamorphosis, the emergence of Heisenberg, the ruthless killer. As humans, we are creatures of emotion, capable of feeling profound love, joy, and sadness. However, there are darker emotions within us all: fear, anger, and even violence that lurk in the shadows of our psyche. It is our choices and actions that determine whether these darker aspects come to light. In Walter White's case, his alter ego, Heisenberg, had no qualms about embracing the darkness. Heisenberg, the drug lord, was now also Heisenberg, the ruthless killer, a face that emerged out of necessity for survival in the brutal world he had entered. This transformation is a stark demonstration of how one's environment can dictate their actions. But what does this mean for us? It doesn't mean we are destined to become ruthless killers, of course. But it does suggest that there is a darker side to everyone, one that may emerge when pushed to the brink. If we find ourselves in desperate situations, there's no telling what we might be capable of. However, it's important to remember that while we may have the capacity for darkness, we always have a choice. Walter chose to become Heisenberg, chose to descend into violence and crime. But he could have made different choices, chosen a different path. And it's those choices that we make in the face of adversity that define who we are. Your personal growth lies in understanding these dark corners of your consciousness and acknowledging them. It's about learning to control them rather than letting them control you. It's about choosing the right path, even when the wrong one might seem easier or more enticing. Learning to make these choices isn't easy, but it's crucial for personal development. It's also important to note, this isn't about becoming scared of yourself or others. It's about understanding that human beings are complex creatures capable of a wide range of emotions and actions. By understanding this, you can better navigate your relationships and interactions. In the end, Walter White's transformation into the ruthless Heisenberg is a cautionary tale. It's a stark reminder about the potential each of us has within us and the importance of our choices and actions. Remember, this journey of understanding our darker emotions isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to enlighten you, to help you understand yourself and others on a deeper level. So, let's continue to explore this fascinating psychological labyrinth together. Before we move on to the next point, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Not only will it keep you updated on our fascinating journey, but it will also support us in bringing more insightful content your way. Picking up from where we left off, let's delve deeper into one of the most intriguing aspects of our multifaceted protagonist, Walter White, the genius scientist. This face of him brings us to a whole new level of appreciation for the human mind and the extraordinary capabilities it carries. In our lives, we are often faced with situations that provoke us to tap into our valuable skills and inherent talents. This is perfectly exemplified in Walter White's life, when he leverages his profound understanding of chemistry to turn his life around. His transformation from an overlooked high school teacher to a master meth manufacturer might be unconventional, but it forces us to acknowledge the power of expertise and knowledge. Walter was a genius hidden in plain sight, his skills and talents unnoticed and underappreciated in his thankless job as a chemistry teacher. But when pushed to the brink by his circumstances, he was able to employ his knowledge in ways that literally blew up his world. His brilliance as a scientist becomes his lifeline, his weapon, and his shield in the chaos that unfolds. Despite the dark path he chooses, there is an undeniable sense of admiration evoked by Walter's scientific expertise. His ability to formulate and execute complex chemical reactions, his resourcefulness in using science to navigate through challenges, all serve as a testament to the power of intelligence and creativity. We see him concocting explosives, poisons, and the purest meth, all instances that highlight his scientific genius in the face of danger and adversity. This makes us reflect on our own lives. Each of us possesses unique skills and talents, often untapped or underutilized. Walter's journey challenges us to question: are we fully utilizing our potential? Are we letting our talents gather dust while we tread the path of the mundane? His life is a reminder that our knowledge, skills, and abilities can be our biggest assets when life tests our limits. Moreover, Walter's genius is not limited to his knowledge of chemistry. His strategic thinking, his ability to make quick decisions in high-stakes situations, his knack for outsmarting his rivals, they all contribute to his scientific brilliance. He exemplifies that being a scientist is not just about expertise in a particular field, but also about a certain way of thinking, logical, analytical, and inventive. However, it's crucial to understand that it's not the possession of skills that defines us, but how we choose to use them. While Walter used his genius for destructive purposes, it doesn't negate the potential of such capabilities when used constructively. Imagine the impact if such scientific prowess was directed towards solving real-world problems or creating life-enhancing innovations. In conclusion, the face of Walter White, the genius scientist, serves as a powerful mirror, reflecting our own untapped potential, our latent talents, and the extraordinary things we are capable of. It's a reminder that each of us is a genius in our own right, waiting for the right circumstances to reveal our true capabilities. It's a call to acknowledge our skills, nurture them, and most importantly, to use them in ways that benefit us and the world around us. Despite the moral ambiguity of his actions, this aspect of Walter's character serves as an inspiring testament to the power of the human mind and the limitless potential it holds. Continuing from our previous exploration, let's delve into the sixth face, Heisenberg, the Manipulator. This face is a stark representation of influence, control, and the power of manipulation. It's a thrilling, though morally questionable, testament to the human ability to shape circumstances and people to our personal advantage. Heisenberg's manipulative tactics pervade his interactions throughout the series. He uses fear as a tool, creating a daunting persona that keeps his enemies at bay. This manipulation through intimidation is a powerful strategy that he employs. It's a grim reminder of how fear can be used to control, mold, and subjugate people, a practice not uncommon in our world today. He also manipulates through deception. Walter White, the family man, is a stark contrast to Heisenberg, the drug lord. By successfully leading a dual life, he deceives his family, his friends, and his colleagues. This is manipulation at its most intricate, a deceit so profound that it blurs the line between the real and the faux. It begs the question: how often do we mask our true selves in our lives, subtly manipulating the perception others have of us? Then there's manipulation through control. As Heisenberg, Walter not only controls situations but also people. His relationship with Jesse Pinkman reflects this aspect. Jesse, initially a mere accomplice, becomes a puppet in Heisenberg's hands. Here, manipulation turns into coercion, a dangerous facet of control. This dynamic prompts us to reflect on our relationships. Are we being manipulated? Or are we, consciously or unconsciously, exerting control over others? While Heisenberg's manipulative skills help him survive in the ruthless meth business, they also lead to his downfall. His actions cause harm and destruction, affecting everyone around him and ultimately leading to his demise. This narrative offers a critical lesson. Manipulation might offer short-term advantages, but it invariably leads to long-term harm. It's a cautionary tale about the moral cost of using fear, deceit, and control for personal gains. In the end, Heisenberg, the manipulator, isn't just a character trait. It's a reflection of the darker aspects of human nature. It's a window into the psychological games we often play in our personal and professional lives. It's a mirror held up to society, forcing us to confront and question our actions and decisions, our means of influencing others, and the lengths we're willing to go in our quest for power and control. This analysis is not to endorse manipulation, but to offer an understanding of its effects and consequences. By recognizing and acknowledging this face within us, we can strive towards more authentic, ethical, and responsible ways of achieving our goals. After all, while manipulation may have its moments of triumph, the real victory lies in winning the respect and trust of those around us, not through fear or deceit, but through integrity, empathy, and genuine connection. Building upon our journey through the psychological maze of human transformation, let's now turn our attention to a powerful yet often overlooked strength: vulnerability, as embodied in the seventh face of our iconic TV character, Walter White, the victim. Life, in all its unpredictability, often has a way of throwing curveballs at us. Our journey through life is marked by periods of calm, abruptly disrupted by storms. These storms come in various forms: an illness, a job loss, a relationship breakdown, or any situation that leaves us feeling vulnerable and exposed. Walter White's cancer diagnosis is one such devastating storm. It's an unwelcome intruder that shatters the calm surface of his mundane life, leaving him feeling helpless, even victimized. Yet, it's crucial to realize that vulnerability is not synonymous with weakness. On the contrary, it's in our most vulnerable moments that our true strength shines through. Walter's illness, while initially making him a victim, acts as a catalyst propelling him into uncharted territories. It's this vulnerability that eventually gives birth to Heisenberg, the alter ego who dares to take risks and venture into the dangerous world of drug cartels. This transformation from victim to victor is an essential part of Walter's journey, and it's a journey that many of us can relate to in our own lives. We've all faced situations where life's challenges have brought us to our knees, left us feeling victimized. It could have been a crushing failure, a devastating loss, or a crippling fear. But did you notice that it's often in these moments of profound vulnerability that we find our deepest strength? It's the fear that makes us courageous, the failure that makes us resilient, and the loss that teaches us to value. This strength doesn't emerge overnight. It's a process, often a painful one. Yet, as Walter White's journey illustrates, this process is not merely about surviving our vulnerabilities but learning to leverage them. It's about transforming our wounds into wisdom and turning our scars into stars. It's about understanding that being a victim is not a life sentence but a stepping stone towards growth and transformation. You see, vulnerability is transformative. It strips us bare, challenges us, and makes us confront our fears and insecurities. But it also opens us up to new possibilities, new paths that we might have never considered walking. It forces us to dig deep, to tap into our inner resilience, and to rise from the ashes, stronger and more powerful than before. In conclusion, the face of Walter White, the victim, is not just about vulnerability. It's about the strength that resides within vulnerability. It's about recognizing that our greatest trials can lead to our greatest triumphs, that our deepest wounds can pave the way for our most profound healing. And above all, It's a reminder that no matter how hard life hits us, we have the power to hit back even harder, to transform our vulnerabilities into victories, and to become the heroes of our own stories. Following our journey through the intricate labyrinth of identity, we arrive at a powerful juncture, the manifestation of Heisenberg as a symbol of success. This is no ordinary portrayal of achievement. It defies conventional norms and paints a picture of success that is fraught with compromise, danger, and moral ambiguity. Heisenberg, in all his notoriety, represents an unconventional form of success. A high school chemistry teacher turned methamphetamine-producing drug dealer isn't the typical rags to riches tale we're used to hearing. But that's precisely what makes this narrative so compelling and relatable for many. Life is seldom a straightforward path, and it takes unexpected turns, often leading us down roads we never envisaged. The American dream, a national ethos that promises prosperity and success as the result of hard work, is redefined by Heisenberg. He challenges the traditional boundaries of this dream, demonstrating that success can sometimes be achieved through means that are far from legal, ethical, or moral. It's a grim reflection of the reality that exists in our society today. Heisenberg's success did not come without cost. He sacrifices relationships, his peace of mind, and his moral compass to climb the ladder of success. He is constantly on edge, living a life shrouded in fear and paranoia. Yet, he continues to strive, driven by a relentless pursuit of power and financial stability. This aspect of his character serves as a mirror to our own lives. Many of us often compromise on our values, relationships, and well-being in our quest for success. We're left questioning, is it worth it? It's important to recognize that success, in its truest form, isn't solely about power, wealth, or recognition. It's about leading a life of satisfaction and fulfillment. It's about maintaining a healthy balance between our personal life and professional ambitions. It's about preserving our mental peace and upholding our values and principles. That's the kind of success that enriches our life and brings true happiness. Through this exploration of Heisenberg's success, we gain invaluable insights into our own lives. It compels us to scrutinize the path we're on and the lengths we're willing to go for success. It prompts us to redefine our understanding of success and question if we're sacrificing too much in its pursuit. More importantly, it encourages us to strive for a success that aligns with our values, enriches our lives, and brings us genuine satisfaction. In essence, we're not just unpacking a character's journey to success. We're dissecting the very fabric of human ambition, resilience, compromise, and success. We're looking at a reflection of our society and perhaps catching a glimpse of our own selves in the process. As we continue to navigate through this journey, let's remember to question, learn, and most importantly, introspect. After all, understanding our motives, actions, and their impact on our lives is the first step towards personal growth and development.